In today's video, we're going to cover a 3D printer Kobra S1 Combo that was sent to me by Anycubic. This review will have 4 segments that you can navigate via the timeline of this video: unboxing, installation, features, and should you buy this printer. Begin by carefully cutting open the box. You'll find a manual and some hex keys needed for installation. Remove the protective foam padding. To get the printer out of the box, carefully, without scratching any components, cut one side of the box. This allows you to easily lift the printer out. Now, I would advise to set up the printer on a sturdy surface, because printer weighs approximately 40 pounds. As you can see, all the contents are inside the actual printer. Before we can remove the contents on the inside, we have to open up the cover and remove these 2 screws. You will use the Allen keys provided. This will be the 2.5 Allen key. Then proceed to remove the protective foam pad at the top and slide out the Ace Pro. Ace Pro is where you load your filament. It also acts as a dryer for your filament, but we'll get back to it later in the video. Continue taking out all the products out of the printer and also remove any protective foam, as it is no longer necessary to keep them in there. The plastic cover needs to be removed by taking out the 4 screws that are arrow marked. The purpose of this cover was to protect the print bed from being scratched up by the Ace Pro. Carefully cut the zip ties without damaging any printer components. Remove the cardboard protecting the hot end. Now remove the 3 screws that hold the print bed in place. Install this protective cover on top of the printer, as you can put your Ace Pro on top of it, but it also provides noise dampening and creates less temperature fluctuations inside your printer. Now let's take a look at the back of the printer where you will connect the Ace Pro. Here is your filament hub module, where all the PTFE tubes will be connected. Make sure to grab these screws that are actually labeled for each component that they're supposed to be used with. So this is meant to be used with filament hub. Plug it in using 6-pin connector that's provided. Connect this PTFE tube from your printer to the filament hub. This is where the filament will pass through before entering into your hot end. Connect 4 of the provided PTFE tubes to the bottom side of the filament hub. These will be connected to the Ace Pro. But before you push the tubes in, make sure to take out these blue clips and put them aside for the time being. You'll need to reinstall them after the tubes are inserted. Now you're able to insert the tubes. Again, there's no actual order in which way they're supposed to go. Number 1. There we go. That looks really nice. And let's not forget to reinsert the actual clips. I guess I'll do it from the top again, as it was the easiest way to remove them. I'm sure it's the easiest way to install them back. These clips will ensure that the tubes do not come out, because if you ever need to remove the PTFE tubes from the Ace Pro, you will have to press down on this black collar. It will disengage the teeth that actually hold the tube in place. So this is why the collar is important. It is to prevent this black collar from being tugged away and releasing the tube. Now we need to power the Ace Pro and the printer itself. To do this, you're given 2 power cables that you'll connect to the Ace Pro and the printer. For this part, we'll have to open up the door. We'll grab activated carbon that's found inside the accessory box, and we'll place it in this opening right here. So first, take it out of the package. Put the cover back on. Now, on the back there's the on and off button that you'll have to turn on for both the printer and the Ace Pro. Looks like there's LED lighting inside, I didn't even notice. Now, just go through all the settings they're asking you to select. So language, I'll go with English. Region, global, Wi-Fi scanning, select your network. You can download Anycubic's app onto your phone that will allow you to start your prints, pause them, and monitor them via the built-in camera. Install the provided USB drive. This is where you can store your timeline footage. It tells you it will take roughly 10 minutes to calibrate the printer. The printer says it's going to begin resonance compensation test. Then once the printer finished calibrating, click Finish. And now we can start printing. But before we can begin printing, we first have to load up the filament. Slide this lock to the right to unlock the Ace Pro. On top of sending me the printer, Anycubic also sent me some sample filament. Now you're not just limited to Anycubic's filament, you can use other brands with this printer, but the Ace Pro has RFID reader that automatically selects the best settings for your printing profile when you load up the filament. To load the filament, feed it into one of these dedicated ports, which you will then feel the filament being grabbed by the Ace Pro. At that point, you can let the system do its work. Now let's take a look at what features this printer has to offer. We'll begin by looking at drying and printing at the same time. The reason we need to dry the filament is to avoid any problems during printing process. Filament that has absorbed moisture can affect your overall print in a negative way by leaving spider webbing, problems with layer adhesion, uneven surfaces, and among other problems. So what the Ace Pro allows you to do is it allows you to print and dry your filament at the same time. The filament is stored in this case, prevents the outside moisture from interacting with it, and on top of it, it allows you to continuously dry the filament during or even after the print is finished. On Anycubic's slicing program, you can select how long the drying process needs to be and at what temperature before you begin your print. By using Ace Pro, you should see smoother extrusion, improved surface finish, better mechanical strength, and reduced clogging. The next perk allows you to multi-print using 8 different colors. This is achieved by purchasing a separate Ace Pro and connecting it to your system. Now I only have a singular Ace Pro to showcase and how the multicolor printing works. Once you open up your slicing program, you can select multiple filaments and color your model as needed. To showcase this, I printed an axolotl, and I just wanted to give a warning to people who are new to 3D printing. To achieve multicolor prints, you will have some poop waste that can appear a little bit excessive. But I assure you, that is the nature of multicolor 3D printing, and you can definitely tweak settings to reduce the amount of waste produced during multicolor 3D printing. In this example, the model weighs 18 grams, while the overall waste was 8.5 grams. So definitely a significant number. The next perk of Kobra S1 Combo is that it's compatible with a wide range of filaments, including PLA, PETG, TPU, ABS, and ASCA. All of these filaments are available on Anycubic's website. I find their pricing is very generous as compared to other brands. They even have bundle deals where you can mix and match different color filaments and receive a significant price reduction to your overall order. The next perk is the design of the printer, which includes a fully enclosed CoreXY construction. CoreXY mechanics work by having 2 fixed motors drive the print head via arranged belts, which result in movements in the X and Y axes. This keeps the motors stationary while reducing moving mass, enabling higher printing speeds and acceleration with less vibration. So in terms of Kobra S1, you get very fast printing speeds up to 600 millimeters per second, and on top of that you get very good quality prints due to its fully enclosed design, which allows you to maintain consistent internal temperatures, which reduces the risk of warping, especially in material like PETG or ABS. So yes, as mentioned, Kobra S1 Combo has printing speed of 600mm per second. That is how fast your nozzle can travel. All of your speed settings can be adjusted in Anycubic's slicing program, but do note that typically slower travel speeds will result in higher quality prints. So it all depends on your needs. If you want to print something that needs to be visually attractive, slow your speeds down. If you're creating a prototype draft, crank up the speed. You can also increase the print speeds with preset settings in your printer itself. Now, for having a built-in camera, I have to say it's really not bad at all. Another feature of this printer is that it's very quiet. It has around 44 decibel noise level, which falls somewhere between noise levels of someone talking and rainfall. So it's truly not that loud. I do suggest to keep the door closed while printing, both for temperature control and also noise reduction. Where the door closes, there's a foam padding to truly seal the unit. Few more features include being able to easily change the hot end, which I will leave the link in the description where you can see how to do it yourself, as Anycubic have their own wiki page for all your troubleshooting. The printer also has spaghetti detection, belt tension monitoring, and power loss resume, which is one of my favorites, as power typically does go out in my area. So it's nice to know that I can just resume my print after the power does come back. The printer also has auto leveling, so you don't have to play with the Z offset, as my torturous time with Ender 3 back in the day. This wraps up most of the features that you'll find with Kobra S1 Combo. It's a very nice printer for an affordable price, which I'll leave the affiliate links down in the description. Note, I may earn a commission if you do decide to purchase this printer via the link I've provided. Currently, the printer is on sale. Again, link is in the description. Now let's take a look at all the things I've printed using Kobra S1 Combo. Now, for some reason I got pretty obsessed with printing these lamps. It was a very fun experience as the prints came out in a superb quality. I do have to mention that Anycubic does have a platform where you can download STL files and print models from different creators. Their website is called Maker Online. I'll leave the link in the description to it. Also, if you're a designer, you'd be happy to hear there is monetary incentives for uploading your models, as there are constantly contests that you can participate in and have a chance at winning some money. I really like this printer. The quality of these prints is really good. You can print upgrades for this printer from Maker Online website. This is one of the things I printed for collecting the poop. It can be mounted behind the printer, which then the purged filament will end up in this bucket. The prints come out without any problems, and I've been using it for nearly a month now. A big thank you goes to Anycubic for sending me this printer. It's a very nice gesture. And I thank everyone for watching this review video. I truly recommend this printer, especially for the price they're selling right now. I will see you all in the next one.